Hello students, welcome to the Pole Science of Class 11 Arts, and today we will proceed with the remaining part of the important points that we have discussed in the previous class also related to chapter number 3, that is election and representation. So today we will start from point number 6. Earlier in the previous class we discussed about the definition related to democracy, then types of democracy. Then we discussed elaborately about indirect and direct elections and some unique features of Indian electoral system. So today we will proceed with point number 6. So according to point number 6, by universal adult franchise we mean every person above the age of maturity, 18 years and above, is entitled to enjoy the right to vote in elections irrespective of caste, creed, color, race, language, religion, etc. That means if the universal adult franchise is given to the citizens of a particular country, so this universal adult franchise is actually the right to vote. So when a citizen is given the right to vote, that means in case of India it is an adult irrespective of gender, maybe male or female. If he or she is 18 years and above, so he or she will get the right to vote. And this right to vote is irrespective of caste, creed, color, race, language, religion, etc. It does not matter whether an individual is from different caste or from different creed or color, or he or she may be from different religion, but at the same time all individuals living in a particular country will be given the universal adult franchise. After that, the age of attaining maturity is fixed by the state. That means it is different, the age factor is fixed by the government of a particular country. For India it is 18 and above, but in some other countries it may be different. So the age of attaining maturity, that means right to vote, is fixed by the state. State in the language of political science is also related to the country. In India, England and Russia it is 18 years. As I have told you earlier that the right to vote and the age related to right to vote is fixed by the government actually. And in case of India, England and Russia it is 18 years. In Switzerland it is 20 years. That means in Switzerland an adult who attains the age of 20 or an individual who is 20 and above, he or she is given the right to vote at the age of 20 only in Switzerland. And in America it is 21 years, and in Norway it is 23 years. So here you can see that as it is told in the particular line that the age of attaining maturity, that means the right to vote, is fixed by the state. So this is the age matter is different in different countries. So in case of India, England and Russia it is 18 years, in Switzerland it is 20 years, in the United States of America it is 21 years, and in Norway it is 23 years. After that, adult franchise may have many merits. It provides political training and education as well as create the feelings of self-respect among the people. That means if the right to vote is given, right to vote can also be related to political equality. So when political equality is given to all the individuals living in the country, as a result, this political equality or the right to vote provides what? It provides political training and education, as well as it creates the feeling of self-respect among the people. That means why the various people are given as the various people belonging from different caste and religion are given the political equality. So when it is given, it actually creates the feeling of self-respect among people belonging to different caste. It ensures participation of people in governance also. So as a result, if we are given the political equality, that means right to vote, we can say that we are actually participating in the formation of government. We are taking part. As Abraham Lincoln rightly told that democracy is of the people, by the people and for the people. So related to that definition of Abraham Lincoln only, we can tell that we are actually participating in the formation of government through the universal adult franchise. Moving on to the next point, the Constitution of India appoints our Election Commission also to perform election related activities, that is to prepare voters list, provide recognition to political parties, declares constituencies and control over the machinery of election. So the next part, after giving the right to vote, that means we are being given the right to vote. After that, the Constitution also appoints the Election Commission, and if we take example of India, it is the Election Commission of India. So all election related activities, whatever it is there, it will be looked after by whom? The Election Commission. So what is the duty of Election Commission? From declaring the election date, to prepare voter list, then to give recognition to political parties. Suppose this coming elections, if there are suppose more than 10 parties, so they will go through each and every party's recognition, whether to give as state party or national party. So they will provide recognition to these political parties. After that, they will declare constituencies also. Several constituencies are declared. After declaring constituency, from that particular constituency, many candidates will fight elections. And at last, they will also look after the machinery of the election. Machinery of the election here can be related to the ballot box or the EVM machine, that is electronic voting machine. So all these are being looked after by the Election Commission of India, which is a very important part of performing elections. So the Election Commission of India, for suppose, is being appointed by the Constitution of India. And if we want to talk about the duties of Election Commission, so that duties can be subdivided into 5 parts. Number 1 will be to perform election related activities. Number 1, to prepare voter list, because suppose you assume that before 5 years from now onwards, if there were, for suppose, 1 lakh voters, so after 5 years what will happen? New voters will come, those who will attain the age of 18 and above. That new voter list will also be generated. For that reason also they have to prepare voter list after every 5 years, because new voters will be enrolled and they have to prepare voter list according to that. After that, second duty is to provide recognition to political parties. So many political parties may be there, independent political parties may be there, national political parties may be there, state political parties may also be there, from where the candidates will, through which the candidates will fight elections. After that, after giving recognition to political parties, the number 3rd duty is to declare constituencies. So from wherever constituencies, the elections will be fought according to the area that will be fixed by the Election Commission. And last but not the least, they will also look after the machinery of elections. So all the things related to EVM or ballot boxes. So ballot boxes is not there in this 21st century, so that is being replaced by the electronic voting machine, where we give our or cast our vote. So these are all the duties that is related to the Election Commission, and this Election Commission is there for specially for performing election duties, starting from providing voter list, and after the voter list is prepared, they will also announce the dates for a particular state when the elections will be held. It can be held in one phase also. Suppose one phase means it will be sum up within the particular day, or if constituencies are bigger, if state is bigger, constituency is bigger. For example, Uttar Pradesh is the biggest constituency in India. So for that elections needs to be done in 2 or 3 phases. So like that, phase wise, if it is required, it can be completed within one phase also, one phase of voting. And if the constituency is bigger, it will be completed by 3, 4 or more than that also. And that will be particularly announced by the Election Commission of India. Clear? So with this, I will wind up today's topic related to the chapter Election and Representation, and in the next class we will proceed from the next point. Thank you.